Hello there. General Kenobi. Yep. Käsitä. Sullahan se hyvä dys on. Niin. Hey Hells. So, yeah. Today is the day we will officially be signing the yes, I am a fucking pussy document and turning this game to 50 Hz. Yep. The thing is, I mean, deserve something Korean after this. You know, actually after this, I realized something. I put Gangster Town on the not available list because of the issues I had with it. Maybe you remember. And I thought it was due to the game being broken. But now that I think I've figured out the reason, it's the light phaser itself. And the way the code has some connection issues. And the way I've now fixed it is, well, you know, I've just, you know, wrapped the code around the handle, which is a really rough fix, but it has worked so far. I mean, I haven't fired any blanks. I mean, this game has been unbelievably hard, but at least the blanks have gone away, so... Yeah, I mean, of course, you to like really fix it, you'd have to like open it and re-solder the connections here, but yeah, maybe I'll do it later. Like for now, what's the worst thing that could happen? It completely goes loose? Well, I mean, it wasn't working even before. That's what she said. Yeah. Yeah, they should do the trick for now. So Gangster Town can be taken off the non-available games list. Maybe I won't force it for the next game after this. Rather leave it in the or put it back in the available games tab, so people can pick it. Because I think many viewers are waiting to get on the next raffle. So. Rather than, you know, me just choosing the game. So that should be okay now, I think. You will just play it after this. Yeah, that's fair. But I think I'd rather put it back. Like, people are waiting, they're anxious, you know, to get the next game kicking, because you know, like the best part of watching a challenge like this, at least according to my experience, is that after the game is beaten, you can, you know, you can take part in the raffle, and maybe if you win, you can choose the next game, and that's the best part. So I don't really want to take it away. Yeah, I don't care if I play it next or like after 50 games or whatever. It's all the same to me. Yeah, my arm also wants another position, that's true. Although yesterday it didn't get sore. So, yeah. Alright. So this is at 50 Hz. Maybe you can hear it. Music is a little slower. And so should the game be. So, yeah, let's get some warm-up rounds. Here we go. Back then, this is how you would have played this anyway. If Sega Master System is region free. That is true. That is true. Like, I mean, of course, it might sound like I'm making excuses, but honestly, that is so true. Like, if this game was like, well, I suppose the same could be said about any game out there. If I picked any random game and played it on my personal Master System back in the day, indeed, it would have ran at 50 Hz. Although, if that game is US only release, then you could definitely argue that's not the way it was originally meant to be played, because then that game would have never been released in Europe at all. So that's like, I don't know, little sketchy. The second category are games that have been released both in US and Europe, but the other one is let's say the US version is the parent ROM, and the Euro version is the clone ROM. I mean, that's a bit of a gray area, because how do you define a parent and a clone? I suppose it's based on which came out first. So, yeah, it's a gray area. Back then, I don't think anyone cared as long as the game ran or worked. Indeed, that's so true. And I mean, if you are from US area yourself, then I can kind of get it, because that's the way the game that's the way the game would have worked on your personal area, right? So playing a 60 Hz game on a 50 Hz mode would just be weird. But it's kind of interesting, because you can actually look at two ways. I remember I used to have a Mega Drive back in the day, and let's take a good example, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I always played it 50 Hz, of course. What choice could I possibly have had? So I played that game so much, I almost felt like I had memorized the whole game back to back, and eventually, when I later had the chance of playing that game on an emulator on 60 Hz, the way it was meant to be played, the whole game just felt like, no, this feels weird. This is not the way I remember it. Like, the music sounded like it was on crack. And like the whole game just felt too fast. Like this is not how it's supposed to be. It's like, hey, what's wrong with this game? Yeah, the melody, all of it, and of course, if you're from the US region, you probably are gonna have the same experience about the PAL version, right? Understandable. But who can say which is correct and which is wrong? Like, even if the game was released in the US originally and then ported to Europe, I mean, that's like splitting hairs. Like, yeah, we got it first, so this is the way it was meant to be played. Like, I mean, it was programmed for 60 Hz, sure, but like this is like something that doesn't really apply to anything nowadays, right? Like, if you buy a game, I mean, it doesn't really even matter on which platform, PC, consoles, it doesn't matter. The game will always run the same way, right? Do I see RDR2 in the background? No. He's watching some series. Consoles are PC now. Yeah, pretty much. It's just that the gaming experience is like standardized. So no matter where you're from, what kind of console you have, you will always get the uniform experience. But I mean, if you have a PC, of course the experience might differ based on your hardware, your settings, and so on. So what I'm trying to say is that even if, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Like, if you're playing a hard game, let's say it's a hard game that requires fast reflexes, such as this one. And you're playing it on PC, okay. And let's say your PC is adequate enough to run it at full speed, at 60 FPS or whatever. Okay, so that's one thing. But what if your PC is a potato and the game runs at, I don't know, 23 FPS, say? I mean, the game doesn't slow down, right? The only thing that happens, the only effect that is going to take place is that the game will just feel choppy, but it will be just as fast, right? So this is definitely just an old school gaming issue. It doesn't apply nowadays. I think you tackle it wrong. Imported consoles only differ in power now. No more NTSC TV, etc. What? Oh, I missed one. Okay. Yeah, the voltage, of course. But yeah, but what I'm trying to say, no matter where you live, no matter what platform you are gaming on, the game won't get easier or harder just based on your region, right? The whole experience is just, you know, standardized across everybody in the world. Outside maybe if your region, if the game in your region has been, I don't know, like censored or something, well, that's another thing. Yeah, it doesn't apply anymore. But I mean, it's still an interesting discussion. Like, what's the correct way to play those games? Like, I don't think you can even say that. Like, there are basically only two choices, 50 Hz or 60 Hz. And I mean, yeah, technically you could say one is easier and one is harder. That's true. If you played the 50 Hz version, it's the easier version. Of course. Hey, Zorbit. Aquas! Hello there! How you doing, man? Thanks for the host. But I mean, what makes this discussion even more interesting is that back in the day, like you could definitely argue that 50 Hz games are easier than 60 Hz games, and I mean I can't disagree. But like back in the day, if you finished a hard game and you live in the PAL region, and it's a 50 Hz game, and then somebody would come and say, okay, yeah, but you only finish it on 50 Hz, you should try the 60 Hz version, and you'd be like, okay, but how can I even do that? Because my console, it doesn't support 60 Hz, like, you know, oh, but you have to buy another one, like, what the fuck, man? Who would do that? It's a thing that doesn't apply nowadays for modern games, but it applies nowadays only for old games. It's just a fucking mess, I mean. Pretty good, can't sleep. Well, maybe this game, or watching this game, will help you with that. Actually, the only reason you are unable to sleep is because you probably haven't had Quark. Like, let's be honest here. It sounds kind of like your Master System's batteries are dying. Huh? What do you mean? What sounds like that? What do you mean? Back then there were more differences. Japanese version easier or harder? How easier or harder because of no hit points, no continues? Yeah, that's the thing. Like you had different versions of the game based on your region, and it's really interesting because that just doesn't apply anymore. I was gonna say, yeah. The music at the balloon sound like it's a Walkman on dying batteries. Oh, okay, yeah, the stage music. Yeah, I get it. Those kind of look like the Star Trek badges. Oh, the ships, you mean? You're right! They actually do look like Star Trek badges. Interesting. I haven't even thought about it, but you are right. They do. They look like Star Trek badges. You look like Star Trek badges. I don't even know why that shape is in my mind. I watched some TNN back when. But yeah, right. I watched only the original series. I haven't watched anything else. Oh, come on. Ooh. The bad shape remains. Certainly does. Oh my god, seriously? It's yes, no, maybe. It's the yes, no, maybe level. Whew. Profound gravity. It's like gravity that says, I don't know, man. I mean, I can totally imagine someone out there would make a graffiti like that. It's very relatable. I don't know, man. Okay, that should do it, I think. I see graffiti often still on the trains here since I drink beer by the tracks like a hobo. It really is nice to appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, someone went out of their way to make it. So why don't take a moment to take it all in, huh? Oh man. I also want to drink on the railroad tracks like a hobo. That sounds awesome. Why trash life is the only life? You can do it. Yes. Oh fuck. I'm not sure if I made it past here. 15 hours. Oh, that sucks. It trolled me! It trolled me, man. I keep my social distancing from the trains themselves so I don't get ran over. That's the wise thing to do. How do you win this? You win this by beating the 24th level. Requirements go up. Yeah, I mean they differ from level to level. The difficulty definitely goes up though. Less misses, I think. No, I mean it's just based on the level. On some levels you have more leeway than others. More dickish RNG movement. Yeah, I mean it's all part of it. Quality, bang for the buck. Oh yeah, it's got the Sega value. It's got the Sega value. Oh yeah, Aquas. By the way, I was meaning to ask you. So I was playing Cursed Castilla X on my Switch the other day, and I mean the game was like unbelievably hard, and I beat it only using like unlimited continues, and the game was mocking me because of that. And the thing that just popped into my mind was that, well, I mean, Aquas must probably have speedrun this game. So the question is, have you speedrun First Castilla? I'm terribly fond of the game actually, but no. Okay. Right. But you've played it, of course. You get asked about it every now and then. Yeah, that's understandable. Here's the question for the day. Have you thought about it? It's good though. It's very good. Very good. Oh, you said I'm not terribly fond of the game. Ah, okay. Okay. Can I ask you why? Is there any particular reason why not? Or just not feeling it? Just curious is all. Because it sounds like a game made, like, tailor-made for you. A little slow-paced. Like compared to GNG, huh? It has a different feel than a GNG game. Got it. Even though it's a tribute to it. Yeah, I can understand that. Even though it's a tribute, it's still got the feel is different. Sure. Just one of those things. I'm different. Yeah, that's fair. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? Hey, that's bullshit. That's complete fucking bullshit. Music kicks ass. Oh, you mean in this game? Or the... Oh, you mean Cursed Casilla? Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very impressive game, presentation-wise. That's for sure. Yeah, I liked it a lot. But there's... Like, I will never ever be able to complete that game with only using 3 continues. Like, no. Never ever. Well, I mean, of course, yeah, I could if I put the hours in for the practice, but... But the thing is with a game like that is that it's mostly about memorization and learning the boss patterns, learning the cheese trick for the bosses, the one that you probably can't fail once you nailed it down, learning the level layouts like completely throughout and like of course there's the execution part as well. Don't get me wrong, but like. You'd probably have to implement a save state practice method of some sort to get those down and like... It would become more about the execution and not about playing, I think. You get something if you want credit clear as well. Right. Yeah, and the way I understood it is that you also need to collect a set number of crystals or something like that throughout the game, and if you don't, you will never be able to get to the last level. So you both need to clear it under 3 continues and collect all the gems or crystals or whatever. And you can't go back, so you have to know where they are. Yeah, I think that still should be enough. But the game kind of encourages memorization and repetition. Like, there's no way you would be able to do that on your first run, even if you didn't die once. So you're obliged to grind the levels and so on. Oh my god, oh my god. Ah. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, they're like on crack. Hey, Dark Rorona. Dark Roronoa. Your nickname is very hard for me to pronounce for some reason. But hello. Maybe it's because of the double R-O syllable there. The duck is even on the box art. They know it was bullshit. Yeah. There for a reason. They knew it was bullshit. Did you know this game was made by Mark Cerny? So he knew it was bullshit. Speak of the devil. Yeah. Great minds think alike. Huh, Hells? Ducks are Cerny's. Sweat, sweat, sweat. It really sucks that this game imposes a forced cooldown between your shots. It's stupid. Like, I pull the trigger and nothing happens because no, there's still a cooldown. He said, well, you do have to reload, right? No, no. There's always a cooldown. Only if you miss, it's longer. Like, the cooldown is something you actually saw on the previous level. Like, there are the four spaceships, and you think you could just go boom, 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 boom. No, 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 no. You have to get in a rhythm, right? You have to go click, 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 click. If you do it too fast, the click or the shot you're trying to pull off won't register, which makes it even harder to get the correct shot in, because when the cooldown is finally over, well, you wasted precious microseconds because of the time it needs you to take from actually pulling the trigger. It might sound like, oh come on, it's that can't matter so much, but with a game like this, oh fuck yeah, it definitely matters. Oh my god, what the hell? So I mean, it's such a stupid design decision. The fact that you get a cooldown if you miss, yeah, okay, I can understand that. I mean, I can't understand that, but I do understand that. I wonder if anyone called Cerny a duck in spite of this game. Yeah, blowing up blimps. Nice. Blimps are okay. I'm more interested if Cerny ever checked Sharpie's playthrough. I'm not sure if... I mean, the question is if Mark Cerny even follows Twitch. That's the first question we should be asking. And if he does he follow retro channels? And if he does, is he aware of Sharpie? And if he is he aware that he did finish this game? Those are the little questions we should be asking. These days I bet he isn't concerned about it. He got a boner watching him suffer. I mean, this game is evil and probably intended to be hell on earth. Oh yeah. Go down the retro rabbit hole. Has Mark Cerny ever gone down the retro rabbit hole? That's the question. Cool, he programmed Jack games. Those were fun. Jack games? What are Jack games? Oh my god, what the fuck, man? Oh, Jack and Daxter. Huh. I didn't actually know that either. Mark Cerny on tehnyt Jack and Daxter-pelit. Ulma. Yeah, my girlfriend is a huge fan of Jack and Daxter games. He also made Knack. What's Knack? I feel so uncultured. I feel like an uncultured swine listening to all of this. I don't know Jack, I don't know Knack. I don't know Jack shit. Woohoo! Oh. There. I'm not sure if you saw it, but that's the cooldown taking effect. Okay, she's actually googling it and she said Mark Cerny also made Marble Madness. Although I do believe somebody did mention it at some point. Oh my god, these fucking ducks, man. Yeah, she's googling it and she says he's pretty much have been involved in little of everything. How it sounds like. Also in Death Stranding and so on. Yeah, he's been around. That PS4 launch game that got quite bad reviews. Okay. Fake fact, Cerny always try to insert him into the games he makes, like the ducks, shooting gallery and final bosses. I mean that sounds reasonable. It sounds very believable. Your character grows as you collect junk. The duck strikes. He's extremely accomplished. Yeah, you could say that. Buck stops here, ducks. Buck stops here. Also in hardware, since he is the PS4 and PS5 architect. Yeah. There's nothing to architect here though. Could call AMD, ask if they want to license out an APU. Didn't make the boards, but it's not an easy task to put a console together. Nowadays, it is everyone just goes for an APU. PS3 was a lot harder, I imagine, than before. And if you hear his hardware talks, he definitely knows his stuff. Se on tehnyt paljon juttuja. Joo. Tuolla on monensa mukana. Tango! Hello! Thanks for the host. Ei laulua tänään. Tänään ei ole laulupäivä. Ei. Ei laulata eikä naurata. Vakava paikka. Vähän. Mutta nyt tässä pitää ottaa huomioon se, että nyt mä oon niinku tiedätkö adjustoinut siihen niinku isompaa. Dude, that stage is basically Marble Madness. The tubes and the ball. The balls are touching. Balls are touching. Ei lauleta eikä naurata, nyt perkele mennään eikä meinata. No se on niinku nimenomaan, se on niinku tiedätkö nimenomaan tämän päivän filosofia. Tai oikeastaan tuo on niinku minun filosofia joka ikisellä päivällä. Ei se niinku välttämättä rajoitu striimaamiseen, vaan niinku ihan yleisesti elämässä. Tää on niinku oikea meininki. Ei tää nyt oltu satana pelleilemään. Se on elämä eikä mikään vitu jukumma. Ei voi olla, ei tää pistoli pidä ääntä. No se voi olla, että tää on liipasin vaan. Marbles Madness. Jonkun korvissa. Yeah. He said, the gun makes a weird beeping sound every now and then. I was like, the gun doesn't make any sounds. He was like, yeah, but I can hear it. I was like, well, I think it probably comes from the trigger squeaking. Yeah, it sounds like PS4 starting boot up sound. And then she said, yeah, week 3 of quarantine, starting to hear PS4 startup sounds everywhere, including light phasers. I think my mind is playing tricks on me. Dear diary. But I mean, it's not as bad since I oiled the trigger. Remember how it used to sound like? Kinda that beep. Okay, so you hear it too.
I told you.
Fair enough. Onko se tuo? Kling. Eikö se tulee pelistä? Silloin jos mä osun tommoseen putkeen, niin tulee tommonen kling. Yeah, okay, so it's the cling sound, actually. So, no, that comes from the game. That comes from the game when you hit the pipes accidentally instead of the targets. That's when you hear it. Sound of the bullet doing a ricochet. You people in the north have a quarantine? Well, I mean, it's not like a forced quarantine, but it's the recommendation. Actually, The people on the South Finland, the southern Finland, they are in quarantine. Like the whole of capital area is quarantined at the moment. So yeah, it's an actual thing. Define North. It's not the cling sound. Okay, so Hells, I think it's you who is hearing things, not her. I think it's just on that specific level, or sometimes the gun does make a squeaky sound. I don't know. Sometimes the gun makes a squeaky sound. I can hear it, I'm not crazy. Hells, have you considered just, you know, talking to someone? I mean, it doesn't hurt, they are there to help you. Quarantine isn't so bad when you quark. Aha! I see what you did there. Maybe that's the reason I've stayed healthy so far. Just have to eat a lot of quark. That's all there is to it. It's very simple, really. Just eat a lot of quark, people. I heard like Northern Europe don't really have imposed quarantine. Here in Greece, many businesses are closed, and also you need permission to go out. Yeah, it's definitely different. Basically, you just send an SMS. Just cost money. You listen to me babble for free. Lots of people say they chose economy over people's lives. Ooh, I made it past it. Alright. Yay! That's good. Oh fuck. There we go. Well, people in the north aren't the same as south. I bet in the north people don't gather in coffee shops all day or kiss each other on the cheeks when they meet. Yeah, they definitely don't. Like, we are used to social distancing in our own special way. I mean, maybe that's enough. Okay. I did the trick. I think this is my PB now. Ugh. I'm not sure, man. Oh my god, I made it past. I made it past. You can actually edit it again, Health. We're at level 20 fucking 3. 23. Oh my god. That's... Oh my god, there was still one more! Oh, that's a bummer. Honestly, I didn't... Yeah, but I would have required 3 more. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I'll get it though. I'll get it though. It's second to last level. Fuck yeah. Whew, okay. Give me a second here to collect myself. I'm fairly confident in myself at the moment. Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's go. Let's do this. Go out and yell. No, I'm full of energy. I'm full of power. Unlimited power! Sorry! Thanks a lot for ruining my life. Power! Okay, so I gotta be prepared for a fast moving balls level in which some balls move slow. Think you can beat me, boy? Yeah, the fucking slow marbles. Like, it's like pushing out the shit. Journey's marble shits. Bet they make a nice sound when they hit the toilet bowl. Every game has a toilet inspired level. Only this game, the whole game is toilet inspired. Mark certainly made this game while taking a dump. Pipes are the toilet pipes. Illuminati. Conspiracy. Like today's store shelves have no toilet paper. Yeah, it's all connected. Coincidence? I think not. Uncertaindemic. An academic. Pancake-demic. Pancakes. Oh. Huh? I think I got them all. Yep. With these flying ducks, you really have to start shooting them before they go completely apeshit. Like nip them in the butt. Ernie should have pronounced that perfect a lot better. I keep hearing. I mean, they go hand in hand. They're really close to each other. Okay. Fuck him. Okay, now I can't unhear it. Fuck him. And my job here is done. Good day, sirs. Hells, but you still have to. I said good day, sirs. Oh god. No! No! It's over. It's over. Yeah, I missed just one. That sucks. That does suck. Asko74. Mä uskon, että sä oot suomalainen, kun sulla on tommonen nimi. Kiitos paljon followista. Asko74. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Mikki päättelee. Johtopäätös. Niin. We can do this. We can do this, chat. I believe. Apari, I can fly. Apari, I can shoot the sky. Miss every ball along the way. Shoot my things and go away. Apari, I can fly. And today's completely improvised song was presented to you by R2, yours truly. New hit on Spotify. Trending new hit. The song on everybody's lips. Have you heard it? Have you heard Abari I Can Fry? No, not that one. The other one. The new one. My hands are getting sweaty. Chill. I am chill. Which game was your other hit song of again? That would have been Kill Your Parents, Kill Yourself song. Kinda dark, isn't it? On the game that shall not be named. Yeah, the positive song. But it's not actually made by me. That's what the song is saying. Even though there are no lyrics. I'm 100% certain those are the lyrics. It's just the lack of lyrics is only due to the limitations of the hardware, right? Like they had to do what they could. Should I say K-Tax? Something like that. I can do it all day. I can do this all day. Any date set for your album release? Oh, I don't know, man. I'm still working on it. I hate putting any deadlines. You know, it kind of hampers on your vision and your creativity. All kinds of deadlines, man. It will be out when it's finished, man. Oh wow. Trigger happy me. I like the duck music. Let's see. Woo! Made it past. This is one of the hardest levels in the game. Beast Claveret. Thank you for the host. Hello. Like round 18 is not even close in the difficulty to the previous level. This is much easier. So the next level will be the Fleet Ducks level, I think. Fortunately, there's actually quite a lot of room for error in that level. Or surprisingly a lot. Oh, come on. There we go. And the pipes are fine. You only have to, you know, figure out where they are going. That's all there is to it, really. Oh no, it's this one. Oh fuck. Ah, fuck. What? I definitely shot it. What the hell, man? Ah. I think it's over. I think I missed too many already. Oh, yeah, it's over. What? It wasn't a miss. Come on. Ah. Fuck. Yeah. Well, let's keep going. Just keep going. We'll get there. Like, one of the problems I have right now is that I really haven't had a chance to practice the later levels at all. So every time I reach those, it's like, oh, how did this work again? How did this work? Where did they come? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, I'm dead. Whereas in the earlier levels, I have pretty much all of them memorized already. I know exactly what's going to happen. Fine. It is tough. Just wait. Just wait for what? Wait until the game gets harder. It is already hard. I already made it to the second to last level. So there's only the very last level remaining. The only one that I haven't seen. This is Jack. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it a lot. Oh, what the fuck? This fucking gun sometimes drives me fucking nuts, man. So I missed all of those. Okay, it didn't matter. I still cleared the level. Fine. It's just bullshit, is all. Actually hitting all those 4 in a row, it's much harder than it looks because of the cooldown. Like, you really have to plan it out, like click, 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 click. You have to get in the rhythm. If you pull your trigger too early, it won't register and then you will definitely miss your next shot. Quite rare for me to hit all the targets on this level. RNG in this particular level though is sometimes just maddening. Like sometimes you hit all 16, sometimes you just miss everything because of the way the balls are spaced. Don't like touching balls. Okay. Ah. What? What? Fuck you. Fuck you! The way they turn on at the same time, this RNG is like so fucking annoying. Ah! Because sometimes when they turn on one by one, it's very doable. But when they turn on at the same time, you have to deal with the fucking cooldown issue. And you have to time your shots. But how can you take your time? How can you be patient when you're in a hurry? And the way those TVs work, I think you are not allowed to hit the sides of them. I think you have to hit the very center. Alright, Aquas, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Catch you later, man. I will. Thanks. It's almost impossible to hit them when they first appear in this level. I'm trying though, just for funsies. It's kind of funny, the game never penalizes you on misses. Like, actually penalizes you in the score screen. Usually there's like an accuracy score, but not in this game. The only thing this game cares about is whether you hit those targets or not. What the fuck? How did I miss those? The Twitter CERN if he has finished this game. Has CERN finished his own game? Ah, that's a good question. Hey Larikin, what's up? But that's not really his job, is it? It's not the developer's job to test the game. That's for the testing team and quality assurance. Although, I mean, yeah, okay, I suppose even one of those teams need to finish it. Otherwise, how would they know? At least in a perfect world scenario. Yeah. What the fuck, man? Think I lost. Fuck you. Fuck you. Why can't I start from where I left off, for God's sake? Why do I have to go back to the beginning? At least let me skip the first 10 levels. Just so it wouldn't take so long. Like, I don't mind difficulty at all, but having to redo all the stupid stuff that you have already done millions of times. That's what pisses me off. Hey Lords and baby, what's up? Playing at half the speed, the cheating is real. It's not half the speed. Like, I think... What's the ratio? Do the math. 13, 15, 16, something like that. Five out of 6. What's 5 out of 6? Oh. Fuck! Okay. Oh, fuck you! Those fucking ducks, man! That's hitting it very close. Oh! No! Fuck! God damn it, man! Like, I don't mind playing those hard levels, it's the early levels that really like add to the frustration. Like, you wanna try again? Let's make him go back and redo everything he has already done like millions of times. Like, it's not harder, it's not harder at all, it's just more frustrating and time consuming, it's fucking tedious. Okay, let's time it. Let's see how long it takes for me to get to level 12. I consider level 12 to be the one where the real game begins. Everything else before it is just practice. I mean, level 12 is the one where the balls are coming through out of the pipes very fast. So it's the level where you can technically fail if the RNG doesn't favor you. But if there only was a way to make the gun shoot faster, but there is not. There isn't. It's a really stupid design decision. It's an artificial way to make the game harder than it already is. Imposing a fucking cooldown. Why? And the cooldown wouldn't even matter if there was a way to somehow, I don't know. I suppose there is a way because it's just a hardware modification, but somehow make the trigger faster. Because now I have to wait until it goes all the way down, and when it returns, like click, 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 when it should be click, click, click. Like you don't, it's really hard to explain how it feels like. But it's almost like if you're playing on a control pad on which the face buttons are kind of sticky, so you have to wait for the button to return to the neutral position before you can press it again. Like it kind of feels like there's something stuck in it, so you have to clean it, but no cleaning helps here. Okay, so it's round 11 actually, the pipe level. Oh yeah, this is level 12, right? I mean, I suppose you can fail on this level as well, if the RNG is completely bullshit. But I don't think the TVs turn on at the same time on this level at all. I think they never turn on simultaneously. Okay. Okay, so it takes like 5 minutes to play through the first 12 levels, which might not sound like a lot. But when you've played this game for almost 17 hours, it is a lot. It is a lot. It's 5 minutes of time, a complete time waste. What the fuck? It blocked my shot? Fuck you. Yeah, there's not much you can do about the RNG itself. Not much you can do about it. What? Oh, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break with these ducks, like... Ah! Oh, it was just 15. Okay, well, then we're still in the game. I thought I hit like 13. We're getting so frustrated. But my statement still stands, like... I don't actually think there should be any amount of RNG in a game like this. And if there is, it should be way, way, way easier. That might be enough. Yeah, this is insane. Okay. That's good. I'm not sure. The iconic duo. Oh, Sharpay is doing virtual pinball. That's interesting. That's a great picture. Well, I mean, I gotta say that this version, yeah, it's kind of easier. Yes, because you have more reaction time. But what also happens is that the cooldown period also increases by the same amount of time. The speed decreases, if that makes any sense. So you have to take that into account as well. And I mean, it's like to clear this game, not only you have to be super focused all the fucking time, like you can't half-ass this game. You have to like really be in the zone, which is kind of fine, but it's not enough because in addition, you also have to pray to the RNG gods that they just happen to spawn the targets in the right order and in the right way, spaced out just correctly, and not only on one level, but throughout several levels. So I can kind of start. I'm kind of starting to understand why Sharpie took 163 hours to finish this game. Like, I mean, can you expect all those pieces to fall in place perfectly within 17 hours? It's very unlikely. Is it likely? Is it more likely it would happen in 163 hours? I mean, I suppose, but even then, it's really a long shot. I really don't know, man. I'm kind of starting to reach the limits of my patience with this game. Like even with 50 Hz, it's easier. It's easier. It's definitely easier. But it's not like this is the easy mode and that's the hard mode. No. It's more like along the lines of playing Doom on ultra violence, or it's more along the lines of either playing Doom on nightmare difficulty or ultra violence. Both are extremely hard. Only nightmare is like even harder. I think I'm gonna give this couple more fair shots, but after that, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, it's true. I was really close. Like that was probably my best shot of beating the game. The only reason I didn't make it past that level, I mean, the level I got stuck at is very beatable. It's not even close to being the hardest level in the first 23 levels. Not even close. The hardest one is probably I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a tie between the level I just failed, that third duck level, or the last duck level, unless the level 24 is also a duck level. But it's either that, because you have to be super fast in shooting everything. But you can't because there's a fucking cooldown! So you have to pray for the RNG gods to please space out the target so that I can just barely kill them all. And if the RNG doesn't favor you, it's impossible! It's fucking impossible! It's like actually impossible! It's not like it's hard, but you can't do it! You can't physically pull it off. So no matter what you do, you still die. If there wasn't a cooldown, then it would be 100% just skill. But there is. So if I already had an idea at that point when I reached the pipe level, I probably would have cleared it, and then there would have been only the last level. But now just the thought of going through all of this again, I don't know, man. Okay, so alright, here's the deal. I'm gonna go ahead and give this how many more runs should we give this game? She's sitting right next to you. You know that, right? I do know that. Why? Why? Because you text her? What? What? Texting her? What are you talking about? I'm texting my friend who asked if I wanted to play online today, and I said today is a bad day for me. And I also replied to my mother about something else. Alright, let's see. We're gonna give this game, how many more attempts? I want a set number because otherwise I just can't fucking take it anymore. Let's have a fair number. I'm gonna go ahead and say 10 attempts, okay? 10 attempts, not 3, not 5, but 10. I think that's a fucking I think that's a really fucking generous number, huh? So we have 10 attempts during which we have to beat this game. Otherwise, it will be skipped. Somebody says that's cheating. Well, whatever, man. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care at all. Here we go. Saatana kirra. Vittu kiroil. 10 is a nice even number. Even 1 is generous. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna give this game 10 more attempts. So nobody can say, you didn't even try. Like, if you have time and dedication and patience, then by all means go for it. In my opinion, the manual says level 17 is super good. 24 is like 100% completion. Yeah! Thank you, Dark Rorona. Thank you. Like, that's how it works. You're only aiming for any person. PB is actually 23rd level. 23 out of 24 is my PB. So that must be like excellent. I think this still might be easier than Opa Maze. Yeah, and Opa Maze I skipped very early during my attempts. Some might say 100% completion is all levels perfected. I would say 100% completion is like all levels perfected, no misses. I mean, maybe, just maybe, we beat this game during those 10 attempts. That would be great. That would be awesome. Fucking cooldown, man. Fucking cooldown. Oh. En. Ylihuomenna. Sen kun syöt, mutta mä en voi tänään. Syö sitten. No sori, mä en tänään eikä huomenna edes syö vielä. Joo, ihan up to you. What? Oh, come on! No! Ah. Alright, that's the first fucking attempt. Go to the next one. On to the second. Second out of 10. Ah. It's so frustrating because I nailed the duck level though. Of course I had to fail on the next one.
You or you not. There is no try.
Why that didn't register is because of the fucking cooldown. It's not like it's not even like you miss. The hit just the whole trigger movement just doesn't register at all. The game is like what shot? You didn't shoot. In-game blanks. They're the in-game blanks. Fucking RNG. Complete bullshit. Uh-huh. Okay. So that happened. Close. Alright, it's exactly 15. Fuck! Issue is when they turn on at the same time. There's just no way. Like that. Like what the fuck are you supposed to do? You can't be shooting at two places at the same time. Fuck. The window is so fucking small. It's actually impossible to do that. Oh my god. Ah. I'm fucking going crazy. Like, sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. Lamower 1, hello! They are all 20 levels. There are 24 levels in this game. I've made it to level 23. I made it to the second last level. But it all depends on so many factors. Just it. I think I just fucking failed that level. Yeah. What can you do? The balls were like spaced from each other in the wrong way. There's nothing you can do. If only you could just go, but you can't. I think they realized when they were making this game that, okay, if the player is allowed to shoot as fast as they can pull the trigger, the game is going to be too easy. It's the only possible reason I can think of. I mean, I kinda understand that. Like, okay. Otherwise, like, what would prevent the player from, you know, just mashing the trigger? And I guess they're not wrong. I mean, true. But, I mean, then the game should just be designed in a different way. Maybe the player should be graded on, I don't know, accuracy or something else, instead of just the amount of targets they hit. Ei se ihan oikeesti oo se, koska niinku välillä kun mä painan tosta, niin se on juurikin se, että mä huomaan sen, siinä on se tietty aikaväli, mikä sun pitää odottaa ennen kuin sä voit ampua uudelleen. Ja se on se on pienempi 60 Hz kuin 50. Tää on niinku hyvin mielenkiintoista. Siinä on tehty ihan tämmönen keinotekoinen viive. Kumpa se olisikin noin. And I mean, because of the cooldown, cooldown plus random number generator means cooldown plus RNG equals the fact that some attempts are just doomed from the beginning. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can be as accurate as you want. You can be as fast as you can possibly be. But it won't help you. The game just says fuck you, try again. Maybe next time. And of course, given enough time, eventually at some point You will get it. When the odds just happen to swing in your favor. Cutting it real close. Okay, I actually made 15. That's good. That's good. All of this might sound like, you're just making excuses. You're just bad. Get good. But I'm not. I mean, trust me. Try this game. Try it for yourself. Then you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and argue these balloon levels are probably the only ones that are not very heavily affected by RNG. The only difference between runs comes just from the balloon spawn placements. And it doesn't really matter because you will never be you will never need to shoot 2 balloons at the same time. And there's no time window, like it's actually almost all about accuracy on those levels. So that's why I don't mind those balloon levels at all. You just have to be accurate. You just have to aim, and I like that. It's when the game becomes a test of luck and patience and not about skill at all. That's what gets me like real mad. I think this is like 5th attempt, if I'm counting correctly. I think this is the 5th attempt. Maybe. Jesus fucking Christ. It's over. Over. Like, what can you do about that? Like, sometimes they fly just straight and maybe make a small move at the very end, but sometimes they just start doing that immediately. And when that happens, you have no chance. Like, first I said, my opinion just a while ago was that this game is 70% skill and 30% RNG. I'm gonna go ahead and this is like 50-50 split at this point in time. Like, yeah, you have to be accurate, you have to be fast, but like I'm not saying there's no room for improvement for me personally. There definitely is, but I think I'm becoming pretty good with this game in general. I think I'm landing almost all the shots just about where I want to land them. But okay, I mean, I've said it all already, so I'm just gonna fucking shut up at this point. I'm just repeating myself.
Yes, you are.
She said, yes, you are. I know. So might have miscalculated. That previous attempt might have been the 4th one, but I think it was the 5th one. I'm not gonna go ahead and check my VOD. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the 6th attempt. Hard to count to 10. It's mad is hard. Maybe the issue is that on 60 Hz I actually didn't see the difference because everything moves just a little too fast for you to realize what's going on behind the scenes. But now that the game is slowed down, it's like, hey, it's starting to creak at the seams. And I can see what's happening behind the curtain. Like, okay. So that is what is making this game hard. Cooldowns and RNG. Täällä haisee. Sillä on jotakin töhkää, tiedätkö? Pitäis varmaan kaivaa sitä pois se töhkää. Keep calm and play shooting gallery. Choose one. Yeah. I really don't understand how Sharpie is able to do it. Like, staying completely calm and collected all the time. Like, he must be on like natural Xanax 24/7. But I mean, I suppose some people just are like that. They never ever get mad about anything. I think that's admirable. But like, if you compare me to my brother is like 10 times worse than I am. He gets so fucking angry over the stupidest things so quickly. The point that it's usually me who has to like go, come on, calm the fuck down, idiot already. Not the end of the world. He's like me, only worse. Iivona johonkin. Ei oo mitään muuta paikkaa. Se on törkeen näköinen. Jatkoruokat on lähtökohtaisesti niinku tosi rumia. Jatkoruokat on lähtökohtaisesti tosi rumia. Ei oikein oo mitään paikkaa sen jatkoruokalle täällä. Oh, fuck. Attempt number 7. What's even more is that you can't really practice the levels. Like there's no way on the normal difficult games, the ones that you play on a gamepad, right? Like even if you hit a complete wall, like this level is too hard, this boss is too hard. Well, you can always just switch to an emulator, play to the point where it starts to get hard, make a save state, and just start grinding that hard part until you find like, this is what you have to do. Okay then. And then of course it still might be hard to execute. I'm not saying that, but like you can start grinding the difficult parts, but there's no way to do it here. I mean, yeah, you could use an emulator, I suppose, but fun thing is playing a light gun game with a mouse. Like you'd think it's easier, but it's actually much harder. It's super hard. And the problem is you'd still have to complete the game with the gun. whatever practice you might have gotten down during that time would never translate to the actual console experience. Breathing in, I calm myself. Breathing out, I smile. Oh, what the fuck? That is bullshit. That is extra bullshit. I hit 14, didn't I? Ooh. What do you know? It wasn't 14, it was exactly 15. Alright. That's good. Okay, I think that should be enough for this level. Yep, that's good. Okay, and this is where it ends. Oh boy. What a way to go. What a way to go. What a way to go. But you know what? I don't actually mind losing on that level because, as I said, these balloon levels, they are mostly about skill. And I'm not gonna lie, like, the biggest problem is that the objects appear from the left side rather than the right side, which feels so backwards. But that's just me. That's just my personal problem. So I really can't blame the game for that. Okay, so this is the eighth attempt. I'm starting to think the only reason I made it to level 23 in such a short amount of time was just the fact that the star happened to align just right. Got really lucky. Also, actually, these ball levels are kind of fine as well. So I think I'm starting to narrow the problem down. I think they are the worst ones are... I wanna say it's the duck levels, but I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and make a split actually between the space and the TV levels after all. Because both of them have the same problem where you only have a limited window during which you have to shoot the targets. And if they happen to open at the very same time, you're screwed. I wonder why Mark Cerny programmed the game to be that way. Why would... why not make it so that... Okay, there can be RNG as to which ones open first. So you can't completely memorize it, but like... Still program it in that way that... You still always have a chance. I kinda started to wonder if it's deliberate or not. Because if he made it so in purpose, that's bullshit. Because the only thing that achieves is just to make the game longer. And again, I wouldn't be surprised because many games did that. It's kinda interesting because, of course, the amount of gameplay hours any given game offers you is still a thing nowadays. I mean, less and less people are caring about it anymore. People are starting to realize it's not about the gameplay hours, it's about the quality, it's about the content. Is there enough content during those hours? Is it just gonna be another fetch quest after another fetch quest? But like, nowadays the padding just comes from like collectibles and mindless running around and stuff like that. Drudge work, if you will. Ah, yeah, that's what you call an impossible RNG. There's nothing you can do about that. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. The balls came in groups of 2, very close to each other. There's nothing you can do about that. Alright, attempt number 9. Second to last one. After that, I'm just winning this game. Right. Well, that is bullshit. Alright, last attempt. The very last one. I mean, maybe that was me being sloppy. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, here's hoping. I will try. I will definitely try. Tuollahan se ei palannut. Muistuta mua, että seuraavan kerran kun sinne laittaa mitään, niin sitä pitää vähän putsata. Siellä on jotakin pöhkää, mikä kärtsä. Alright, we still made it past. Like that level is like 100% RNG. Not maybe, it is. What the fuck? Come on, that was complete fucking bullshit. All 4 of them? Really? No, it did it twice. Okay, I mean, it's over. It's over. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm done. I'm so done. That's it. I can't take it anymore. Yeah. That's 10 attempts done. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and just say fuck this game. No way. No way in hell. No way in hell. No way in hell. I mean, it's really hard to give this game a rating at this point. Like, I wanna say, I want to give it somewhat higher rating than normal, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's got good presentation. It's technically very sound and like, at times it's really fun to play. It's at times, don't get me wrong, at times it is fun to play, but like maybe during the first 10 hours or so it felt like super fun. I had the feeling like, okay, yeah, I will beat this eventually, but at the second half of my attempt, it just started to feel like, no man, there's something inherently wrong with this game, and now that I've identified the issue is the RNG combined with the cooldown. Like it just becomes a fucking test of patience. How long are you willing to put up with this game? If you are willing to dedicate 200 hours to it, or if you're a fucking full-time streamer, then by all means go for it. Like, you're not in a hurry. Like, you don't care if the game takes 10 hours to complete or 500 hours to complete. You're still doing your thing every single day. But like, if you're not, and you really actually want to progress at some point, or I don't know, maybe if you don't care about completion at all, if you're prepared to have your system challenge as a, you know, lifelong challenge, like maybe when you're 70 you might have completed them all, then yeah, sure. But for me personally, I when I started my challenge, I don't know, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought the whole thing would maybe take like 2 years, 3 years at most, but boy was I wrong. If the goal is just for fun, it seems like a nice game, but if you must beat it, it's pure hell. It is pure hell. And I mean, okay, for rating, I'm gonna be generous here, even though I'm feeling not too hot about this game at the moment. But I mean, there are still upsides. It's not like complete crap. You only recently started streaming again. I mean, sure, but I mean, it's not like I ever really stopped. It's more like I had longish break. I mean, 1 or 2 months. Does it mean I stopped? I don't think so. I think it was just a break, and for good reasons, mind you. But I mean, yeah, it's true that In the earlier days of my streaming career, so to speak, I did stream almost every single Saturday and every single Sunday, and did like say 6 to 8 hours, sometimes even longer. But at that point, I really didn't realize how long this would take. I would have reconsidered pre-Corona days. But man, just look at the calendar here. The previous game beaten was at the end of January, and now it's 12th of April. Difficulty, like, I'm just gonna say that, nothing else. Like, I mean, if somebody just fixed this game, like, it wouldn't require a lot. Either fix the RNG or the cooldown. Like, you don't have to fix both of those issues, just one of them is enough. I think the cooldown might be the more obnoxious one, because it's such an artificial limitation. Because then, even if RNG didn't favor you, and let's say you got 2 targets at the same time, and then in very quick succession you'd have to hit 2 more targets. You just can't do it here, it's impossible. But if the cooldown didn't exist, but the RNG did, then at least you would have a chance, just be fast enough. But this is just stupid. This is just stupid. Only way to beat this game is to just have patience, and it's like having this set of dice that you roll every time you start it, and then go, let's see what it's, nope. It's the rage quit. I don't know, what do you want me to say? Like, I mean, yeah, of course I could just keep at it. Why not? But like, I'm reaching the point of what does it even matter? Who benefits from that? Like, my view count has been actually going down all the time. Like, at some point I used to have like at least 50 viewers every single time I streamed, but nowadays I'm lucky if I get 20. Like, it's not a race, I'm not saying that, like, I don't mind streaming to a small audience, don't get me wrong, but it's just that, like, less and less people are interested in seeing what I do. I do have you Hells and you Lord Some Baby and you Dark Chrono and so on, and Dango and everybody, and I do appreciate, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know why that is. Maybe people are just, you know, interested in other things nowadays, and that's fair. Doubt that's the game though. No, I don't think it's a game choice itself. I think maybe it's a combination of me not having streamed in a while, but now I have got back to it, so I'm only gonna go ahead and assume either people have just given up on watching this, they just don't care anymore. Maybe I can only guess about the reasons. Maybe I'm not entertaining enough or whatever, but like, it doesn't help that the new shooter is pulling like 1.5 million people. Yeah, that's true, but like, in general, I would say like, the retro community in general, there are only like around 1,000 to 2,000 viewers at any given time. You know, like, it's a zero-sum game at the very end, if you will. Like, of course, there are only like a handful of streamers who get hundreds of viewers in retro community, but the ones that are watching like those mega popular games like Fortnite, okay, so this new game is Valorant or whatever, they wouldn't be interested in retro anyways. right? So it's a very niche community. But I don't know. Maybe part of the reason is that Sharpie started doing Master System as well. So maybe people are getting their Master System fix in Sharpie's channel already. So they don't care about my channel anymore. Like, I'm not bitter. Don't get me wrong. Like I am not. I'm not. It's what I'm coming to is just that I'm finding less and less reasons actually, you know, put the work towards finishing these games. Like, if I'm not doing it for myself, I'm thinking like I'm rationalizing in the way of, okay, maybe I don't care, but the viewers do care, right? Like, you guys want to see me complete these games, and of course, there are still some people who do. And I truly appreciate it, but like, it's just so hard to justify, you know, dedicating 150 hours towards completing a game that nobody even cares. Like, at the end it's like 5 viewers and oh, I wasn't even watching. So maybe you get my point. Retro hasn't been super popular the last few days. I was watching Mike Matei. He was at 120, he's usually 400. Yeah, of course, it like fluctuates all the time. Facebook and Mixer might have bought a few away. Yeah, that's true as well. TMR is on Facebook. Yeah. He got a deal. He does stream on Twitch as well, but he got some kind of a deal that that makes all his gaming streams exclusive to Facebook, and only his Let's Talk and like creative streams are on Twitch, something like that. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is just that if I'm not enjoying the game, if I'm not enjoying playing the game, so it won't benefit me. If I'm not completing a challenge, which technically I'm not anymore. Like, the challenge, just look. What does it say up there? It says beat all Sega Master System games. It doesn't say play all Sega Master System games. It says beat all Sega Master System games. And I've already skipped like, I don't know, at least 10 games or so. I'm not actually sure. Not to mention the sports games. And like, in hindsight, I have been thinking like, I mean, I still stand by my decision not to complete the sports games, but like, at the end, have I beaten them? I haven't. Like, I've just skipped them. So if you include those, I have skipped like, I don't know, maybe 60 games or so. So I mean, and not to mention the fact that I have you cheat codes and everything. So I had just started questioning this whole thing. Like, why call it the system challenge if I'm not even doing that? This is more like play all Sega Master System games in the way you want you to play them, right? Don't question it. Just roll with it. Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm just finding more and more difficult doing that every single time. It's true. But I mean, I know, the thing is, I also do know what the answer is. The answer is just exactly what you said, like, don't worry about it. Like, if you don't legit complete every single game, it doesn't mean like, okay, then it's all ruined. Like, you have to aim to 100% perfection. If your work is not 100% perfect, no flaws whatsoever, then you failed. Like, that's really rough way of thinking. Like, I'm not even limiting that to video games, but everything. Like, if that's your life goal, then well, have a very, very, very miserable life, man. Because that will never happen. So, yeah. I mean, even if I complete like 70% of the games at the end, I mean, hey, it's still something. It's pretty good, and that's what I'm trying to say to myself every time. Start the challenge again, 100% only game runs or nothing. In hindsight, if this was me 4 years ago, when I was starting my stream, starting my challenge, I'm gonna be honest, I would have maybe stopped myself and maybe like, okay, you know what? You want to play retro games? Go ahead, play and stream retro games. Like, it sounds good. You like playing retro games, right? Like, just do it. But please, don't force yourself to go through every single game. You're just gonna end up hating yourself, even if you pull it off. He's doing that at the end, speedruns his own challenge, yeah. But I digress. I'm just, I'm ranting here. Abs ditched his Super NES challenge because of those feelings. Oh yeah, alright. Oh yeah? I mean, I am aware that he put it on hiatus, but I didn't know he completely abandoned it. Really? I thought he was just on a break. Yeah, it's kinda too bad he did, but if health starts to become an issue, it's best to stop. What do you mean health? What do you mean health issues? It might still be on a break, I don't know. It's been like 2 years since he last played Super NES. So, I mean, I'm kind of curious. What did he say exactly? Because I know he hasn't been playing, but I've always thought that he was just like, doing something else. Depressed? You even have medication? Oh, you mean like the challenge itself made him feel even more depressed or something? That what you're saying? Like made his depression worse or something else? Something along those lines. Real dogshit game started to get to him. Challenge, yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, I understand. Yeah, of course. Like, I don't feel depressed by my challenge, like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, I mean, hey, it's obviously the good decision for him, because, yeah, as you said, health comes first, but, like, sometimes I do get this bad feeling about doing my challenge because of those reasons. So I guess it might be something that every single streamer who plays these challenges is going through at some point. Cannon Fodder was one of them. It was pretty rough at one point with how he was feeling. Right, yeah. No, and I mean, like, at the very end, like, if you're not enjoying what you are doing, why keep doing it? Like, who's gonna be the one that benefits from it? Even if you do pull it off, it's like you're gonna, at the end, you're not gonna feel relieved. You're just gonna feel pissed and angry. Like, why did I waste all those hours and so on? Like, I'm not saying I'm quitting. I'm not quitting. I'm not planning on doing anything like that. I'm gonna keep playing, but maybe I'll have to just keep giving or start giving myself more slack here. Like, if the game just starts feeling like, fuck this, then maybe I'll just skip it. I mean, I can always come back to it later if I like, and even if I don't, who cares? And Super Swiv, right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever finished either. I did play Cannon Fodder on PC back in the day, but I don't think I've ever beaten it. You care, of course. Of course you do, Hells. Of course you do. Right. Alright, so that game got the best of me, not gonna lie. Shooting gallery. Not gonna do it. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe one day, but that day won't be today. I think retro challenges seem all magical at first, like I'm gonna play them all until you realize there was a lot of bullshit you've never experienced before. That is so true, like I remember watching TMR when he was doing his NES Mania, and well, I mean, yeah, part of the charm, I'm not gonna lie about watching him was the fact that he got so pissed at some games, you know, and it was entertaining to watch, like, oh, he's getting super angry now. But like in hindsight again, I mean, like, yeah, those feelings look so real. But yeah, he was actually feeling those feelings, so I'm not sure if he came out of it with like, you know, I'm so glad I played all those games. I think the feeling must have been something more like, why the fuck did I decide to do this when I could have done so many other things, and in the end nobody cares. Ah, the shark, yeah. Eat the shark, eat the fucking shark. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Morricane who said it. That like I'm quoting his words, not mine, and I don't remember if these were his exact words, but he said something along the lines of, who cares if somebody out there in the world, some Ling Lang Law in China or whatever, has beaten all games on 3DO or Super NES or NES or Master System or whatever. No one cares. It's not about that. It's just about showcasing those games and showcasing the interesting games, and like, oh, I didn't know this game existed at all. I didn't know this was ported here, and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. So yeah, maybe I'll just have to be more, you know, how should I put this? Graceful to myself in the future with these games. Just play them. Of course, try to finish them with all my power. But if I start feeling like complete crap about it, then just move on. But still, I'm not gonna start using save states, because I think that's one thing that just, you know, completely diminishes the fun. But that's just my personal take, so that's just my personal take. Did you decide to just say fuck it and move on? Oh yeah, I that's exactly what I did. I'm not gonna continue this game anymore. 18 hours is enough for me. Master System main, the quest to try all games. It's more along the lines of that. I think I'm experiencing blackout. Booth, yeah, Booth. Who's doing Amiga, and I think she still has the Amiga A to Z thing going on, where she plays through all the Amiga games. Did I beat it? No, I didn't beat it. At this point I just said fuck it. I abandoned the game. I made it to level 23. Maybe I should mark it down here. Like that. Welcome, this is my personal challenge to try out already this Sega Master System games without losing my mind. Thank you, I like that. Yeah. Showcase, yeah, sounds like a good life choice. Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, what I was saying is that the way Booth is doing those is she's playing through every single game, but she only plays them for so long, right? At some point she just goes like, okay, I think we've seen all this game has to offer, and then just move on to the next one. And I think it's really interesting because people can still see the games without actually having to, you know, load them up themselves and see what they are like. Like somebody else is doing the hard lifting for themselves. By the way, I definitely think it's a sensible idea to actually not go insane with the games that are just bad. Well, now that you put it that way, I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, what do you think? Is it okay to keep playing a game, you know, a thing that was meant to entertain you, and just keep banging your head against the wall, even if you're hating yourself and you can feel your sanity disappearing, just so you can say, yeah, I beat it, the games are made to be beaten. Like, or would it maybe make more sense to, you know, just say, hey, okay, I mean, it was interesting, but it's time to move on. You don't get any medals. Depends whose head it is. Yeah, if it's Mark Cerny's head, then maybe yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna switch to the way Booth is doing her challenge. Like, okay, from now on out, I'm just gonna try out all the games. I'm still gonna try to beat them. Because, I mean, 95% of the game library I have played so far is definitely beatable. Like, yeah, many of them are hard, but like not like mind-bogglingly hard. Very few are. I can't really speak about the sports games because I just hate playing those. But in a way, I suppose I was already practicing this way of doing things even back then. So yeah, maybe it's the correct idea. Maybe I shouldn't worry about it too much. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I kind of I've been feeling like if I don't complete these games, I'm kind of, you know, betraying myself. I'm betraying the chat. I'm betraying my audience. I'm betraying everybody because it's like, oh, okay, so I understand. You're just not good enough to do this. So what can I say? You're just bad. So you suck. So what the fuck? And I know you shouldn't think it. You shouldn't think it like that. Of course, it's such a bad way of thinking. So maybe I'll just have to, you know, switch my mindset. Not really. There is still Opa Maze. That I bet is really impossible. Yeah, it's really hard to say. I did find a playthrough on YouTube, but hard to say if it was legit or not. I don't think it was. Korean super perkele porkele, yeah. Yeah, there's at least one bubble game remaining. That's true. Interesting, cool stuff. Alright, okay, so as for the raffle, I'm actually gonna do something different here. Because, you know, I can't just switch my mind to the next game mode like that after doing 18 hours of this, you know. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and do it so that the next stream I will actually start with the raffle, right? So I'm gonna boot up the stream, just hang out a bit with you guys, keep chatting, let the people come in, and at that point only do the raffle, right? I know it's a little different the way I usually do it, but I don't know, I'm just not in the raffle mode. So tomorrow, yeah, probably not tomorrow, it's gonna be next weekend. But you know, we can pick the game and we can immediately start it, because the way we usually do it is you pick the game and then I say, okay, but that game will be started next week, so bye bye. And the one who picked it might not be there to see it being played, and I think it's kind of disappointing, right? So just be there early, I guess. First come, first served. That's how it works. Anyways, I think that's it for today. Can you live in hide in Japan for 5 months? In this situation, I can't. It's physically impossible. I'm sorry, there are no flights anywhere from here. I think I have to. But I might have to work next weekend, so I'm not sure about Saturday. I think Sunday might be fine, but Saturday is still like, I'm not sure. There is an off chance I'll have to work next weekend. But at least one stream should be very doable.